Well, the Green New Deal is making headlines and causing controversy, but a decade ago, another story about clean energy made waves. Solyndra, more than $500 million in taxpayer money went to the energy company. It was supposed to produce easy-to-install solar panels. But as we are about to see, it didn't work out that way.
So we're giving $535 million for a solar power company, Solyndra, and it's going to be producing thin-film solar panels.
10 years ago today, the Solyndra Solar Company received $500 million from the Department of Energy. That multi-million-dollar chunk of taxpayer change went up in smoke just 2 years later, when the company declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Solyndra was producing easy-to-install solar panels and initially asked the government for a loan in 2005 under a Bush administration program to help fund clean energy projects deemed too high risk for private investors. And high risk it was. But that didn't stop the ill-fated energy company from becoming a poster child under the Obama administration, which made Solyndra its very first loan recipient in 2009. As part of the stimulus package.
Hello, everybody.
The president doubled down on the company's supposed success during a highly publicized visit to Solyndra headquarters, conveniently scheduled 6 months before the 2010 midterms.
The true engine of economic growth will always be companies like Solyndra.
Solyndra began laying off workers the day after the election and claimed it would have happened sooner if not for pressure from the White House. A little more than a year after the president's visit, Solyndra filed for bankruptcy. An FBI investigation followed shortly after. $500 million taxpayer dollars lost, along with hundreds of jobs. And company officials may have been cooking the books the whole time. The Inspector General said in 2015, quote, "The actions of certain Solyndra officials were, at best, reckless and irresponsible, or, at worst, an orchestrated effort to knowingly and intentionally deceive and mislead." Solyndra's attorneys have disputed those findings, and the IG admits some obvious red flags may have been missed. But according to Tom Pyle, who led President Trump's energy transition team, the government should never have been involved.
The fact that these programs are billed as too high risk for private investment should tell you everything you need to know about why we shouldn't have this program.
Supporters argue that Solyndra's failure doesn't tell the whole story of the administration's energy loans. Some went to more successful groups like Tesla, and almost all were paid back. But Pyle says that doesn't mean the government needs to throw $500 million taxpayer dollars at every company that comes along.
Our attitude is take all the subsidization out. Let all these energy sources compete on their own, and we'll all end up paying less for our energy. Why are we, the taxpayers, on the hook for this high-risk stuff?
Amazing look back there, $535 million later, 10 years later, to go back to that moment that we all remember so well.
Yeah, and these days it would be a lot more money if in today's dollars.
Man. All right. Well, thank you very much to our investigative department for doing that. Meanwhile, on to this.